drive-ins and car hops, a nostalgic journey through time. From outdoor movies under the stars to burgers served on roller skates, America's drive-in culture wasn't just about convenience. It was a revolution that transformed how we lived, ate, and came together. Today, we're taking you back to when your car wasn't just transportation, it was your ticket to the American dream. In post-war America, something remarkable happened. The intersection of prosperity, automobile culture, and leisure created a unique phenomenon that would define an era. By 1958, the average American was earning $4,650 per year, almost double the 1940 average. This newfound wealth changed everything. The story begins with the boom. World War II had ended, the economy was soaring, and Americans had disposable income like never before. But more importantly, they had cars. By 1955, over 75% of American households owned an automobile, with the average car costing $1,900. Here's a fun fact. Drive-in businesses were so prevalent that some cities, like Detroit, had special zoning laws just for drive-in establishments. The rise of suburbia played a crucial role in this cultural shift. As millions of Americans moved to newly developed communities like Levittown, the car became not just a luxury, but a necessity. These planned communities, with their winding streets and two-car garages, were designed around the automobile. The average commute time in 1950? Just 19 minutes, though that would soon change. President Eisenhower's Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956 poured $25 billion into creating the Interstate Highway System, the largest public works project in American history at that time. This network of roads would do more than connect cities. It would reshape how Americans spent their leisure time. Speaking of which, Richard Hollingshead's 1933 drive-in theater in Camden, New Jersey, kicked off the revolution with a simple pricing model that would change entertainment forever. Only 25 cents per car and a quarter for each person in the car. His innovative idea quickly swept across America. The programming at these theaters was as diverse as America itself. While mainstream Hollywood films were staples, drive-ins created their own unique genres. Ozoners, as industry insiders called them, specialized in B-movies, horror films, and teen rebellion pictures. The iconic 1958 film, The Blob, actually premiered at drive-in theaters before being featured at indoor cinemas, and grossed most of its revenue there. Most drive-ins featured playgrounds beneath the screen, where kids could play until darkness fell. Some even had pony rides and mini carnival attractions. The Union Drive-In in Union, New Jersey, boasted a full miniature golf course and a steam train that circled the lot. The technology behind these theaters was constantly evolving. The invention of the RCA dynamic in-car speaker in 1941 solved the sound problems that had plagued early drive-ins. In the late 1960s, some drive-ins began broadcasting their audio through FM radio signals. People could now listen to the movie through their car's radio and speakers. While this provided better sound quality, many drive-in enthusiasts felt it removed part of the authentic experience. The ritual of reaching out to grab the speaker, adjusting it on your window, and hearing that characteristic drive-in speaker sound was, for many, an essential part of the drive-in magic. But what's a movie without dinner? The revolution in dining was equally dramatic. While Howard Johnson's and A&W led the way, it was the McDonald brothers who would perfect the drive-in restaurant formula. Their original San Bernardino location used a revolutionary speedy service system that could serve a hamburger in just 30 seconds. The price? 15 cents. But it wasn't just burgers. Drive-in restaurants across America developed regional specialties. The Supper Club Drive-In in Kansas City served full steakhouse dinners on custom-made car trays. Speaking of drive-in restaurants, being a car hop was no easy task. These servers were part athlete, part performer. Many restaurants put their staff through rigorous training programs, with chains like Stewart's requiring 2 weeks of balance training just to serve root beer and milkshakes. The athletic aspect was serious business. At the A&W chain competitions in 1959, the winning car hop balanced a full tray of food while racing 100 yards in just 17 seconds. The job paid remarkably well, too. Top car hops could earn up to $100 a week in tips alone, more than many office workers made at the time, with the best servers earning enough in a single summer to pay for college. The culture that grew around these establishments was fascinating. Special slang developed. Trunk music referred to smuggled alcohol at dry drive-ins, while watching submarines was code for parking at make-out spots. Some drive-ins employed morality officers who patrolled with flashlights to ensure proper behavior. Let's not forget about car customization. This cultural phenomena exploded alongside drive-ins. Hot rodders would showcase their modified vehicles in drive-in parking lots, leading to impromptu car shows every weekend. By the mid-1950s, this Friday night cruise became an American institution, with some towns seeing hundreds of cars participating. To attract these crowds of car enthusiasts, drive-in businesses competed with increasingly bold architectural designs. The architecture of the era was space-age spectacular and known as Googie style. It featured atomic-age shapes and neon lighting and became the signature look of drive-in businesses. Oscar's drive-in chain featured 60-foot-tall neon car hops that could be seen from 3 miles away. And to add even more interest, some restaurants installed mirrors on their canopies so customers could watch their food being prepared. The drive-in concept spread far beyond entertainment and food. Drive-in banking appeared in 1946 at the Exchange National Bank in Chicago, and drive-in wedding chapels opened in Las Vegas. There were even drive-in funeral homes, but these proved less popular. By 1960, you could live almost your entire life without leaving your car. The car-centric era began fading quietly in the early 1970s, a victim of simple economics. As suburbs expanded, prime real estate became too valuable to dedicate to sprawling parking lots. But it was the 1973 oil crisis that delivered the decisive blow. When gas prices nearly doubled from 30 to 55 cents per gallon, Americans started thinking twice about their driving habits. The era of casual cruising was coming to an end. Changing social patterns accelerated the transformation. Shopping malls offered climate-controlled alternatives to outdoor drive-ins. Multiplexes provided more movie choices under one roof, and fast food drive-thrus emphasized speed over experience. The American romance with the automobile was evolving into something more practical and less social. But the story doesn't end there. Today, drive-ins are experiencing a rebirth. The pandemic reminded us of the joy of shared experiences. New drive-ins are now opening featuring digital projectors and smartphone apps for ordering snacks. The number of active drive-in theaters started to grow again for the first time in decades. And preservation efforts are underway across America. The Benji's Drive-In in Baltimore maintains its original carbon arc projectors. The Varsity in Atlanta, the world's largest drive-in restaurant, still serves cars just like it did in 1928. These aren't just businesses, they're living museums of American culture. The drive-in era represented more than just a convenient way to watch movies or grab dinner. It was a unique moment in American history when technology, prosperity, and social change combined to create something entirely new. It was an era when the car helped create community rather than isolate us from it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into American culture, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. What's your favorite drive-in memory? Or if you're too young to remember this golden age, what aspect of drive-in culture would you most like to experience? Leave a comment below, and stay tuned. Next, another exploration of the golden era of the 50s and 60s.